Tov Tzadi Tes. And let's see where we're at here. Down at the bottom. So we've been going through the various different lomos, and we have a general rule. And the idea is that the Kitzonius, the Panemius of the lower world becomes the Kitzonius of the upper world. And we're going through the various different madrigos. V'chein al derek zeh. So now on Kufay and Tes it says v'chein al derek zeh v'chein al zeh derek Panemius hatachton olav na'asa Kitzonius be'elyon. That's just basically what I said there. The Kitzonis Elyon Na'asa Panemios, and what happens is the Kitzonis Elyon now becomes a Panemios, the Oza Olam Atzmo. So Olam Keseder Madregos, and they go up to the through the different levels. This is the pattern. Behind Olam Kala Bechina Beseder Madregos Shalamala. Bovan Shapanemios Anai Deza. So we're talking about the Panemios of the Nai Deza. Na'asa Kitzonis the Hagadeza. The Kitzonis Hagadeza Na'asa Panemios the Hagadeza. Benimis Chagadizah, then they can move up. Olav Nahasa Kitzonis the Chabadizah. V'Yitzon the Chabadizah, Nahasa Penimios the Chabadizah. So this process of the Penimius of the lower covering the upper goes on. Kufpei Aleph Ad Shenimsek Penimios Shlosh Rishon Dizah, until you see this case. The Penimios of the Shlosh Rishon Dizah, the Gar of Zah. Olav Na'asa Kitzonius al Malchus, the Abba Ve'ima, then it comes and it covers over the Malchus of Ima. The Nimsa the Fizesh, Benimius Achabad, the Zecha Ba'oila, the Malav, Na'asa Kitzonius al Malchus shal Abba Ve'ima, and it becomes a Kitzonius over there. Let me see what I'm doing here. So he says, over Kitzonius Malchus, the Abba Ve'ima, so that Kitzonius of the Abba, the Ve'ima, Na'asa Benimius Aleichem, now it's become a Benimius to them. Because the Penemius a Chabad shal Zah, Bena'asa Kitzonis al Malchus the Abba Ve'ima, and it makes a Kitzonis and a Malchus of Abba Ve'ima, Oz Kitzonis a Malchus the Abba Ve'ima, Na'asa Penemius the Malchus the Abba Ve'ima, so now you have a Penemius of that Malchus. V'chein al derek zeh, so it goes on like this, V'chein al zeh ha-derek she-Penemius ha-tachtam, Olav Na'asa Kitzonis Elyon, V'Kitzonis Elyon, Na'asa Penemius the Oza Olam Atzmo, so it becomes a Penemius of that world itself. This is the pattern. Olin Keseder Madregos, and they go up, all of the worlds go up in the same order, similar kind of order. Let me see what I got here. So he says, Ba'odim Abachinach Beseder Zer, Ba'ofen Shepanemius and Malchus the Abba Ve'ima. So now we're talking about the bottom part, or the most outside part of Abba Ve'ima. And here we're talking about, he lumps them together, Abba Ve'ima here. Is a Malchus the Abba Ve'ima, the Asa Chitzonius, and Nai the Abba Ve'ima, so they become the Chitzonius then. Chitzonius and Nai Shalahem, Na'asim Penemius Shalahem, so then it becomes, as it's covered, the Penemius and Nai Shal Abba Ve'ima, Na'asa Chitzonius, the Chagad, the Abba Ve'ima. Now they moved up. Penemius the Chagad, the Abba Ve'ima, Oile ben Asa Chitzonius, the Chabad, the Abba Ve'ima, the Chitzonius, the Chabad, the Chitzonius, Chabad, the Abba Ve'ima, Na'asa Penemius, the Chabad Shalahem, so then they're covered over, they become a Penemi. Ad Atik Yomim the Atzilus, and this goes on until you reach the Atik Yomim of Atzilus, it goes Madrega after Madrega. V'chein heim Olim B'zera Seder, so the order that we mentioned here, that's the way it goes. Al Shapanemius Achabad the Abba Ve'ima Oilil the parts of Atik Yomim, until that Penemius, I know we skipped here a little bit. Zod Penemius Achabad the Abba Ve'ima, the Penemius of the Chabad of Abba Ve'ima is the highest level. Okay, so he says Abba Ve'ima, I misunderstood. He called it Atik Yomim. I thought he meant Atik. Okay, then he goes up to Eric Anpen. V'na'asa Kitzonis Anai Shal Atik Yomim, and Rubezer B'chagdomazu. Now that you heard all of this, and you understand how the Penemius of the lower becomes the Kitzonis of the upper, and that's how everything moves up. Now I'm trying to think, is the way I could relate it to myself and my prayers. I'm not sure exactly. This is the pattern. So now I'm going to tell you what a Parshat Sav, if it's so Parshat Pekudi, if it's Masha Kasa Bezoyer, Vesaki Ruusu the Karbanin. Salklo ad Ein Sof La'ela Ula'ela. La'ela La'ela. So you said what? Ki haratzon shel HaKodesh Baruch, the will of HaKodesh Baruch oila. So this word ratzon. So I'm not sure exactly. I've said this before, exactly what to do with this, because if he wanted to say something else, he said the neshama or another word, but here he says the ratzon, which is the will, shel hakarban ola lamala. So it keeps going up, or maybe ratzon means it's the. Whoops. I didn't realize it was going. Okay, I gotta look at this more carefully. It's this. Oh, wrong one. Oh gosh, hit the wrong one. Recents. Call him back. He's gonna call me watching this. There we go. I apologize. Yeah, I apologize. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize. I hit the wrong button. Let's go to Kuf Peches. And I was talking about this word Re'usa, which means the will, or maybe it means Maim Nukvin. Maybe that's better. Re'usa means trying to gain acceptance, something like that. The Karbanim, what you're trying to accomplish in the Karbanos. Salkal the Ein Sof, the Eila, it goes up the Ein Sof, up above, and up above that, and up above that. That's how it goes up. Ka'aratzon shel carbon, what you actually, your intention in the carbon, Ola Lamala, Ad Ruma Ma'alos, Ad Ein Sof, Baruch Hu, it goes all the way up into the Ein Sof. Pirush or Bir Divrei Chazoer. So let me explain this. He says, Ki al yedecha Karbanos, that through offering the Karbanos, Olim Holomos, all of the Olomos can move up. Ki al yedecha b'miras Parshas Karban the Tamid. So he said specifically, this Parshas Tamid, Olim called the Oloma b'bedrega achas yosa al yonim in a bedrega she'amdo b'chakodim lechem. This is where, let me see, Olim called the Olomos. This is a place where all of the Olomos start to grow up. B'bedrega achas yosa al yonim in a bedrega she'amdo b'chakodim lechem. So this is a place where everything, where I guess the medregos move up in the way that he said before, the Kitzonius, because I think we learned way back there that by saying the Karbanos, you're actually taking the Kitzonius of the Olam Asiyah and you're making it into Panemius. I believe he said that. I'm not sure how that fits in here exactly, but it has to. The ball had to start rolling someplace. So he's like a miskashrim zecha bezeh, and as a result of their aliyah of aliyah olamos the bedrega yosel yoina miskashrim called the olamos yacha zeh bezeh. So then you're tying all the olamos together, one to the next. So he's a medrega lamala medrega the hainu should call medrega miskashrim miskasheres im a medrega shalomalachim. So that you see this is that the lower part is now tying itself into a different realm. Ad Ein Sof, until you get to the Ein Sof. He aliyahs called the olamos v'his kashru zechabezeh ad Ein Sof Baruch Hu. I just thinking in terms of myself is just, when we say the Karbanos in the morning, I just say the Karbanos. I really don't, and the Talmud also. Here he's telling you that the Talmud really is the place where the congealing or the movement, this movement is taking place, so that really brings us a special significance to the Talmud. So he said, so let me explain to you what I wrote. So that aspect of the olamos, which are called kitzonius, einim olam klal, they don't go up at all. Understand this. So once something is a kitzoni, then it doesn't move up. I say the exception seems to be in Olam Asiyah, where in Olam Asiyah they seems to be that the Talmud is what starts the ball rolling there, as I said. Shekol aliyas olamos he davka b'pechida panemius olamos. So the only way that things move up is the panemius. Aval litzonius olamos einim olim klal v'klal. They never go up. They don't move, and that's the solid part. Amnam nisharim b'mekoma, so they remain in their places. Both in shkitzonius olamos nisharim b'mekoma v'einim olim b'eis aliyas panemius olamos, so they don't go up at that time. V'choizrim l'chiyos b'china panemius, and they come. That is, what happens is they become an aspect of panemius. And what does he mean here? Because panemius are olamos olim. So as the panemius of the olamos go up, let me see what I got here. Olim l'malam of the dragos, and they go up to the higher level. Base amiris karbanas. When you're saying the karbanas aski tzonius olamos naasas the b'china panemius olamos, so therefore This the kitzonius of what was up above it now becomes a penimia v'nimsa shagama kitzonius olamas. This Allah, so there you could say something slightly different. As a result of being covered, that makes a kitzonius movable. This Allah be'es amiris karbanos. So when you're saying the karbanos, all of this is happening. Shaharin asimechem penimios olamos, because you're making the concept of the penimius olamos. Rak shelo choiso lechem aliyah bepoel. They actually don't move up really. That is the Kitzonius. The Penimius Olomos, now when we talk about the Penimius Olom, Allah B'Poel, they actually do go up, Lamalam B'Drugasim. Now let me see, I think, I want to kind of move over to the Sifra Tzniuta. This is a little longer than what I wanted to be, but let's look at it anyway. The number Kuf Tzadiches is if Atat Tzarek the says Tam El Nizka the Ale, Echa Malchus the Bria Naasa Kitzoni Bechim Benimios El Kol Shlosh Rishonas the Yitzira. So, looking up at the top, just the headline here is says Tam Heich HaMizlavish Malchus Shehi Sfira Achas Toch Gar. So how is it that Malchus can go up and cover over a Gimel Rishonish Aim Gimel Spheres? In other words, how does one Sphera cover three? How could that be? So let's let's stop here and we'll go over to the Sifra Tzniuta and try to put it in there. Let me make a mark here. And today is the 9th, I think. Today is 9 Tamuz. Okay, so we'll move this along a bit.